All right, everyone, it's late. It's OT game tonight, and I'm James Black. I'm the producer, and I'm with Nick and Shayne. I can't even get my thoughts together straight unless I hear something and see something red and shining and loud.
Go for it.
I didn't have a towel.
That's okay. The towels are overrated. Thanks everyone for watching tonight. This is the Habs Tonight post-game show. Once again, I'm James Black. I'm the producer here at Habs Tonight. I don't often get these assignments, but when I do, it's usually game 6, a game 7, or an overtime winner and a critical game 3 of a third round series game in the conference final. So I just got lucky tonight. Guys, how you feeling after that one? There's a lot of emotions. We went through a lot of emotions tonight. Oh my God.
Pretty good.
So many emotions in the span of like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it was a roller coaster, up and down the whole time.
I have no word for this shit show we just witnessed.
Could you draw up a game that we shouldn't have won more than that? Like, that's how my feeling was like, we won. Like, the best team won tonight. I feel like it was kind of a battle of attrition. It was mucky in parts. It was really highly skilled and incredibly competitive in parts, especially in the overtime. And then there was just moments of like pure fuckery where you're just like, what is this NHL game? Like, it was incredibly diverse series of events throughout this game. So I'm struggling with where to start, but maybe we should just start at the end with what happened with Josh Anderson, a guy who's been struggling to find the back of the net in these playoffs. And in this game, he scores like the two most, you couldn't have two different goals in the history of goal scoring. So just walk me through what you guys are thinking there.
I'm so happy. Yeah, I'm so happy for him. Like, I've been rooting for Josh Anderson since the beginning of the playoffs. And before the Vegas series started, I said that Josh Anderson was going to be that guy. He was going to be that guy against Vegas that was going to just shit on them. And he's going to be the X factor. And he was tonight. I mean, of course, the the third period goal. We all know what happened there. It wasn't a beautiful goal, but it was a goal nonetheless, and a goal that mattered because overtime we dominated. Vegas was nowhere in overtime. It was all us, and who better than Anderson to cap it all off?
Yeah, we were laughing our ass off because they did the unassisted, thing came up on the top of the screen. Yeah. After the goal, and was like, well, I guess in the NHL they don't do it that way.
Just could have been polite and said thanks to Marc Andre. Jeez.
That's it.
Give credit when credit's due.
Poor
pad
guy,
tap,
eh?
yeah.
I know.
We even touched on it in the pregame with Dale, saying that Josh Anderson is somebody who's been just trying, and he's been present, but he just hasn't found the back of the net. So what better game to do that? This could be a momentum changer, a game changer for future games, right? So it could be the turnaround. So pretty important for him tonight, and I'm happy it was him who got to do it.
Yeah, and he's the kind of guy you want to get going in a series like this. He matches up physically with the Vegas Golden Knights. He's obviously, he can game break like you saw tonight, and there's just a lot to digest here. So we made a pledge before tonight's broadcast that we weren't going to talk about a certain group of people that wear black and white sweaters and
zebras,
whistles in their mouth and
zebras.
But with all due respect to them and everything that happened in this game, there was a bit of a storyline coming into this matchup with Chris Lee. And I guess, I'm going to betray my own ambition here and say, how everything you dreamed of that could have happened in the pregame show kind of happened. So just walk me through how, Anik, you're often right about things when you watch these games. How did you feel? How vindicated do you feel watching this matchup tonight?
I'm not going to lie to you. I wasn't very optimistic throughout the whole game. I found we had trouble making a 2-foot pass. It was just, I don't know. It wasn't our game, but we found a way to overcome the horse shit that happened for 60 minutes, and we pulled it out of our ass. So in the end, it doesn't matter how you did it. You got it done. That's what matters. So, I mean, during the pregame, we talked about with Dale too, different scenarios. He obviously predicted that the Golden Knights would go up 2 goals and then Montreal would come back and win in overtime. Although he said 2 overtimes, slightly wrong, but we'll give him that. I don't know. I'm like you. I'm kind of speechless about it.
Yeah. And we've said it on multiple occasions here that we want the refs to have post-game pressers too. Explain why you did this. Explain why you did that, right? This is one that I would love to listen to. Get Chris Lee on that podium. I want to hear what he has to say. I mean, how does a guy like that get into the semifinals? Like in the playoffs to begin with, like he shouldn't be reffing in the playoffs, but in the semifinals, you can't find anyone better? Are they all injured? Are they all sick? Like I'm confused here. And someone needs to explain this to me.
Yeah, we don't want to come across as like sore winners here because it's not cool. I mean, Corey Perry getting his nose slashed off was one thing, but there was I just wanted to get it out of our system so we didn't come back to it.
Moving on.
I would like to invite callers. Obviously tonight it's a little later if you're in the the east of the country, but we love callers live at habstonight.com. Love to hear your feelings on the game. Maybe who you thought should have gotten some praise. I know Nick regale us on the the Lecky City phenomenon that we saw tonight. Lex City was everywhere. Just give us your thoughts. I know you want to talk about Lex.
That one penalty kill that he had where he just kept going after it for a full 30 seconds, came back, took it again, wasted so much time just in their zone, was amazing to see. Got a few shots on net. He was all over the ice tonight. He usually does his job on the PK, not an issue, but tonight it was just extra. So I can't help but be amazed at the work that Lehkonen pulled off tonight. Nobody realizes how much he's worth to this team until tonight. If you still don't realize that, like, open your eyes. This kid is insane.
So underrated. And I have his stat line to my right here. He finished the game with 2 shots on goal, 4 hits, 1 block, 1 takeaway, 20 minutes on ice, and 4 minutes on the PK. That's a big game. That's a big game against the best line. Like, he was against Stone, Patch, and Tuck the whole night, right? So that's massive. It's not nothing flashy. You're not going to see those plays on plays of the week or anything like that. It's just a kind of player that you need if you want to win. And kind of like Philippe Danault. Danault tonight, I noticed he made so many nice defensive plays. He's always so involved. You can't say enough good things about him. Everyone wants him to put the puck in the net. We all do, but at the end of the day, like, he's there to shut down the line, and that's what he's doing. Great job.
He had a big job tonight. Like you said, playing against Pacioretty and Tuck, and Stone. It's just not everybody can pull that off, and sometimes you might not expect that from him, but he's just that type of player day in and day out.
And I got to slide this in. He finished with 78% face-off percentage tonight. 78. That's huge. Like, the best face-off guy on Vegas was William Karlsson with 63%. This guy had 78%.
Yeah, and that's a team that feasts on getting goals off of face-offs and the other opponent's end. So and you look, and Danault you could tell at the end of the game he was dying to get something going on offense. He was starting to press a little bit. And we also just want to welcome everyone coming into the stream tonight. If this is your first time on a Habs Tonight stream, we do take callers. We also are welcoming you to the comment section on the side. Hit like or subscribe if you've not been here before. We've got tons of great content, and we'll tell you about that a bit later. But just want to talk a bit about Cole Caufield. There was a point in the game where he was the only goal scorer for the Canadiens through 3 or 4.
Shayne can't contain himself.
I'm like Drew right now. I love him so much, man.
Go in your car and just toot the horn. Pull a Drew. You got to do it.
I'm going to wake up my neighbors. They're going to be pissed at me.
Apparently, Arizona defensive end JJ Watt and our own Drew Deeks have one thing deeply in common, is that they love Wisconsin boy. Cole Caufield, and that was an even strength goal he scored. Was probably, I can we say that was probably one of the nicest goals of the Canadiens playoff run thus far? I mean, it was
Beautiful.
a little chipper from.
Oh my God.
I'm chipping here. If you can't see me with my stick motion, I'm chipping. Yeah, it was Suzuki just continues to do astounding things from that position, and I just I don't know how much longer we're going to talk about Cole.
So he comes in so clutch at the most opportune moments, and I'm just happy that he got to finally score a goal in front of the Bell Center crowd.
Great point.
Even though it was 3,500, it felt like 35,000.
Yep.
Quick trivia question to the internet: how many shots on goal did we have? We the Canadiens when Cole Caufield scored his goal tonight.
Like 8.
I think it was lower. I think I wrote down 5. I think it might have
close
been
enough. It was a single digit number. Let's put it that way.
It was for most of the game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just go through a few notes here because Shayne and I were scribbling madly on our notes all again. But you like that? I can't see you. We had Price another game. I think it was 7 or 8. Actually, throughout the whole playoffs at home, has not let in a goal in the first period. How is that for tone setting? Pretty damn.
Carey is, I mean, like the second goal he let in, you could tell he wanted that one back. And Dale said it a few times. As soon as Carey lets in a slipper, he's going to play his heart out for the next few shots and perform miracles. And look on that save that he made on Tuck. I for sure thought that was in. I mean, if you see the replay on that pass, what a beautiful pass too. Like right under the skates is the perfect pass, the perfect play. And Carey Price.
Yeah, no, that was sensational, and I truly believe that was again. This game had so many things going on. We're gonna bring Brandon on in 1 second here, but it just Brando. We had so many elements of like just the best of players and then the worst of players. We had that Staal cough, which
it nulls out because Fleury coughed it up, so they null each other out. Period. But yeah,
I tell you, the most badass thing he did was when we got caught on a icing, and then he started fucking around with a skate, like he was trying to give the guys a blow. And it's the classic, like, I've been in the league a couple of years. I'm just going to dick around for like 3 seconds to get, the guys a bit of time. I thought that was classic. I just thought that was so cool. It's like him trying his best to make up for like a complete, just air, right? And it's okay.
Yeah.
Like we forgive him.
Now
if he was a first year player.
Now.
Yeah, that's it. Don't do it again. Don't do it again. But I have to bring back on the Price conversation here because I have his stats. I'm the stats guy. We know that, but this is crazy. 43 saves tonight, a 956 save percentage. Like that's godly numbers. Godly numbers. That's crazy. 43 saves. Someone buy this man a steak, please. He deserves like 15.
Out of all things, a steak.
Well, he deserves something. I don't know what he likes. I don't know. Take him fishing. I don't know. He's an outdoorsy
There you go. Take him fishing. Please,
guys, reward him or something.
You know what? I think the best thing you can do for Carey Price is next time he lets in a bad goal or has a bad game, just leave him alone. That's all he wants.
Yeah, that's it.
We're gonna look at AB real quick because he's a regular caller. I know he's fired up, and then we're gonna bring Brandon in for some deeper analysis of the game here. 1 sec. Maybe what's up, bud?
Super fired up. You got me right. What a roller coaster of a game, man. I almost got a heart attack in that one.
Don't die.
We all did.
How are your emotions right now?
Man, I'm just so relieved that they pulled off that win, especially after all that frustration on the cut on Scory.
Yeah.
The questionable test on Ducharme. A lot of people were saying it's false positive. Take the test again. So it was so frustrating, but I'm just glad they pulled off the win. It's a sense of relief.
Mm-hmm.
Well said.
Yeah. So what do you like? What's do you think we can survive not having a head coach for the next few games? Like, I think that's probably where we're at.
Honestly, they're gonna survive. If anything, it boosted them this game. You know what I mean? Maybe not from the jump, but they kind of figured it out. They're getting used to a new style. If anything, that's why they got better as they went.
Shayne, what were your thoughts on the coaching by committee situation tonight? If that's what it was.
It was a weird situation. I mean, it's unprecedented, we've never had a pandemic before, so we don't really know how to deal with it. But I think that Luke Richardson did a good job. I think, I watched on Sportsnet, and Cassie Campbell said some good things about him that I hadn't noticed, but the way he played his guys, he's a defense coach, right? But he's actually coached the Spengler Cup, if I'm not wrong here. So he knows what he's doing, and I think he did a good job. All credit goes to him. I mean, we're gonna have to roll with him for the next 10 days. So, I'm happy he's doing a good job.
Exactly.
But we talked about it on the pregame show too, of how much of a difference does it make if Dom's not there, apart from maybe when he talks to the players and stuff. Dale said like they know their lines, they know their changes, they know the system and the mentality. So really, does it really impact it that much? My personal thought is no. And I mean, we kind of saw it tonight, right?
Yeah, no, it's interesting. And there's a point I want to bring up when Brandon gets on here in a minute. But Ibby, any other thoughts you wanted to share about the game? How you feeling about the team now? We're up 2-1. Another game in the Bell Center with our 3,500 fans coming up on Sunday. How you feeling, man?
I want to say that Suzuki, Armia, Perry all had great games. Staal, I know he missed that chance, but I really think they should swap out Tatar for Staal right now. Staal is moving really slow. He's falling everywhere. It's not just that one chance. He just wasn't playing well in general. Maybe lost his mojo. Mm-hmm. So I think Tatar deserves a chance against his team, especially now that we're up. You can't, you know what I mean? There's no loss there.
Yeah. There's Evans that's doing better too. Like he could come back soon. So he's a centerman. He's done well. I don't know. That's interesting.
That'd be a nice swap out.
Yeah.
It's not just that one chance. He genuinely, I've seen Staal the whole night. He's falling everywhere. You know what I mean? He's fumbling plays. Like he's just lost it. You know what I mean? He's not like Scory where he's just going at the net anymore.
Yeah.
Scory, you can tell he's determined. He's going at it. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, there's chemistry though between him and Perry that's hard.
Exactly.
And I think that's that line's been productive and just when that's your fourth line, it's hard just to start tinkering with that. That's not necessarily the first place you start making changes, but we hear what you're saying, and he did pull off that amazing stunt with the skate earlier that I mentioned. So don't let that be discounted.
You never know. There's always room for improvement.
You never know.
That's for sure.
That's true. That could have been the other skate. Ibby, thanks so much, man. We're gonna welcome Brandon on, but thanks for coming on. Regular caller, really appreciate it.
Thantake for having me. Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Right, take care. Go Habs, go. All right.
Go Habs.
Brandon.
Hey, gang, what's going on?
Look at that hat.
Look at that hat.
Wow.
Look at that shirt too, though.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Little
Is
reverse
that
camera
officially
on backwards here.
licensed Habs Tonight merchandise?
Habs Night merch. They got the shirt on, got the Crushing Cans hat, but I didn't plan well because I'm drinking out of a bottle tonight. But hey, Crushing Cans, the perfect merch for the people that like to drink beers in the summertime. But hey, guys, what about that game? And just quickly, Crushing Cans might not make an appearance until playoffs are over because we mushed them game one. So Derek and I are on the back burner here for a bit, but I'm just making a quick appearance here. How's everybody feeling? Big win, eh?
A little relieved, but also a little hard to understand what it is we take from this game and also what we leave behind. Because I think that's a big question mark, is that you can't play this game again, right?
No, you can't keep winning games like this. This is just a fluke. Let's be honest.
Well, that's one of those games where, we've always said Carey Price can steal a game, but that's the game Carey Price stole, right?
100%.
He's been great all playoffs. Don't get me wrong, but the team's been good as well. But tonight, there's 35 shots to 11 after 3 periods or whatever it was. I'm probably wrong there, but I mean, they came back. Their overtime period was strong. But all props to Carey Price, and I'm not chirping fans, but the ones that doubted Carey Price mid-season when the games didn't kind of matter, and Habs Knights said, just trust him. It's Carey Price, guys. He gets 10.5 for a reason.
You're in a part of it tonight for sure. And I mean, I was writing down shot differentials at one point. In the second, it was 25-5. 28-8, 35-13 was when I last wrote it down.
Yeah.
I think we got close to 20 in the overtime, I think, but holy man, that was crazy. I got a question for you though, Brandon. This is our kryptonite for other teams, the fact that we roll 4 lines first and foremost, but every line has a very unique identity. Like, it's almost like you it's hard. Like when you have last change, especially, like, how do you, I don't want to take this too far, but like, how do you even match what we can put out there? Not that we have like super duper stars, but like, it is kind of unique what the Canadiens have built.
We have
here.
a team. We have a team.
So my opinion is, like, we don't have that ultimate number one line like Toronto had with the Matthews, Marner, Hyman, right? But we have a number one line that shuts down almost the best in the league at shutting down other top lines. And then you have two, like the line 2 and 3, where the Caufield, Suzuki line, Toffoli. Then you have KK, Anderson, Byron, who can be offensively productive, but also I think coming into playoffs, Dom said he talked to every line, but also every player, saying like they all had certain roles. And I was talking to my old man about this tonight. We were watching the game. He was like, "Oh, Anderson needs to get going." I was like, "I think it's a matter of time," but I was like, also, I think Ducharme kind of gave them the role of put pucks in deep, and KK and Anderson are going to bang bodies. Like, they're going to inflict some pain on the defenders here. And then if they do get offensive production, it's a bonus. They're using that third line to wear guys down. And then you have the fourth line of Staal, Perry, Armia, who they've been lights out. Don't get me wrong. Honestly, Tampa Bay's a very good team. Same with the Islanders and Vegas. But I think you could argue Montreal has one of the best fourth lines left in the playoffs right now. And Staal, Perry, and Armia have showed that in games prior. I know Staal had that little mess up earlier tonight, but everybody's bound to make mistakes. But I think Montreal doesn't have that all-star first line, but they have 4 lines that are just like a little bit above average. Like, our first line's not offensively productive, but they shut down. And then our 2, 3, 4 kind of do a little bit better than the other teams. So it's like we don't have that star power, but it's like that extra edge. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I love how they roll 4 lines, the deep pairings, the top 4, I should say. I really like Gustafson's there for the power play, obviously, but and I don't want to be negative, but like, not too fond on Merrill's game, to be quite honest with you. I think Romanov could do a little bit better. Romanov or Kulak, I think, could jump in and play that same amount of minutes and do a little bit better. But right now, you've won 2 games in a row right now. I don't know if you're going to change it up, but like you said, James, the 4-line rolling, it's working. And so far right now in playoffs, no other team's been able to match it so far.
Yeah. No, it's fun to watch when there's no compromise at any level of the roster. Brandon, what are you doing for the rest of your night? You going to be watching this? Commenting?
I'm definitely going to be watching this. I'll definitely be in the chat here. So I appreciate you guys letting me jump in. I'm going to hop out here, crush some more bottles tonight. I'm wearing the wrong hat, but crushing cans merch.
Don't crush the bottles. Merch. Don't crush the bottles.
Go crush a bottle on your head and then watch the rest of the show.
For sure.
Just for everyone watching, we're going to have a post game on Sunday, and it's probably going to be Brandon and Drew Deeks. So you don't want to miss that, because I can't remember the last time those two guys hosted anything.
Yeah, that's true, eh?
And they're both like our first round draft picks.
Love it. So anyways, thank you for letting me jump on quickly. I know we got some fans waiting to jump in here. Everybody have some fun tonight. Enjoy the win. Don't get too cocky.
Woo. No, don't get
just celebrate, fans. Like, we're playing with house money right now. It's awesome. So everybody have fun. Thank you, Shayne, James, and Nick. Let me jump on quickly here. If you need merch, habsnight.net. Get some merch and subscribe to the channel.
Just all right, like guys. Brandon.
Peace.
All right, thanks, bud.
Cheers. Here's a quick link to the site if you need anything. Get your orders in.
Looking for summer.
Also, if you've gotten your orders, make sure you tag us on social media. We want to see what it looks like.
Yeah, we just launched a tank top today too. Look beautiful.
Sexy.
Beautiful tank top.
Sexy stuff. And if you're just into t-shirts and hats, we don't want to talk too much about merch, but we definitely have some people watching right now that did buy. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. It really does help. Peter, you're on the show. How you doing, my friend?
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Peter. Yes.
Good to see you.
What time is it, Peter?
So I would say it's a little afternoon here. So I started the game at 9 a.m. Didn't have to work, so I was happy.
That's awesome.
So where are you, Peter? You've been on before, but I don't remember where you're calling from.
I'm in Tokyo, central Tokyo.
Hi.
Jeez.
So just wanted to pop on and, say I was blown away. We decided to save it for OT. As you guys pointed out, it was a rough one for us. But instead of dominating period one, we decided let's do it in OT. Mm-hmm. And they did. The grind, they had possession of the puck. I don't know what the stats are there, but in OT, we seemed to have the puck for most of that period. So not sure what the stats are on that. Awesome game. You can't say anything more about Price. You guys have already said it. He's a god. And obviously Anderson getting 2 after, 14 games, no points?
Yeah.
I forgot. Easily. I heard the stat today, but yeah.
He's a guy that really deserves it.
Yeah. So fast. Big guy and fast.
How much longer can we keep Patch and Stoner off the scoring sheet, though? Because like 3 games in and they haven't hit net.
Well, what Patch got a post, and who else got a post tonight? Was it
Stone got a post?
Was it Patch again?
Crossbar, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Is that luck, or is that Carey just
That's Carey being in the right place.
Yeah, I think you're right, Nick.
Everything is Carey right now.
Yeah. Well, that game for sure, as you guys pointed out, it was all Carey, but I think we've just taken the wind out of their sails. They're back in the Bell Center, in a couple days, and I think I called the sweep with Winnipeg. And I'm glad
As did I.
Jinx it.
As did I.
I thought I jinxed it the minute the words came out of my mouth, but I'm glad I didn't. And just loved watching the game tonight. So I'm just going to enjoy watching your show and having, as you have other people on.
Yeah, great never show. Too early to crush some sake over in Tokyo, my friend. Peter, we really do appreciate it. We love the expat community that is all over the world, watching the Habs with us through this amazing playoff run. We really appreciate you calling in. That means a lot to us. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon. We'll see you on Sunday.
Thanks for having me, and have a great show
Cheers.
tonight.
Take care, Peter.
Bye. All right, I'm going to welcome Jerry Youngs. He's been sitting in the green room, itching to talk about this game.
Let's go,
Jerry. Oh yeah, Jerry, how you doing, my friend?
I've been waiting. I've been counting.
Hey, it's funny. It's Friday night, and people are excited to talk about an overtime win. Go figure.
Oh, it was unbelievable. I want to say good evening and bonsoir to Anik and James and Shayne. It was
bonsoir.
It was beautiful. You know what? It wasn't beautiful till about maybe till Anderson scored, or maybe about 5 minutes in the third period. Because I was listening earlier and I heard, and I'm sitting here. I'm like, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, what the hell? When I saw him go on the ice, I'm like, they look flat.
Yeah.
I didn't think anything was going to happen, and I was just looking at Carey. I'm like, Carey.
Yep.
And then did he hear it? He must have heard you.
Oh, I think he did. I think the whole block heard me. They had to shut the doors and the windows in here. He played amazing. After that save on that 2-on-1, I'm like, they got to do something for him. They got to do something.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I was happy to see that goal. Oh my God. I knocked out a couple of puck lights in the basement from upstairs, running around. It was beautiful. But you know what? I'm in Metteville. I'm in Woodbridge, Ontario. So there's a lot of chirping over here for Habs, obviously.
You're in enemy territory.
Oh, yeah. It's terrible. But they have great jokes like, hey, nice hat. I'm like, yeah, pretty good joke.
Thanks.
I was wearing my Habs Carey Price shirt on a bike ride the other day, and some guy I'm in Newmarket, north of the city.
Okay, yeah, I know you. Yeah,
nice shirt. They don't even know what to say anymore. He was just tripping over himself, trying to insult me.
They're definitely comedians, obviously, with jokes like that.
Yeah. So what would happen to your body if you tried to do that Carey Price 2-on-1 save where he kind of split out? Like, would you just split in half, or what would happen to you?
If it was about like 15 years ago when I was a goalie and I played like,
Oh.
AAA and stuff, yeah. But now if I do the splits, I don't know who's gonna pick me up. My wife would just say, "What are you doing stupid shit like that for?" And then I'd just be there like a fish, and that's about it.
Well, we're glad to hear there's
Jeez.
Woodbridge fans, behind us. This is
There's actually quite a bit here, believe it or not. I know Newmarket.
Yeah.
It's not far, but
No.
there's quite a bit. It's just we're always silenced, or like I said, these great jokes like "nice hat" and like, "Oh, your team's real good," and like, well, I don't
Thank you.
know. I don't know. Yeah, thanks. They don't enjoy watching hockey as much. I think I watch all the games. I think people who just like hockey watch everything and is like,
Yeah. So do
enjoy
we.
it.
I mean, jeez.
But
if you just watch one team, you get a little myopic and you get frustrated, especially because you know what? There's only one winner every year, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Any final thoughts on the game tonight, Peter or Jerry? Sorry, I just anything that stood out for you that you hope they do again in the next game.
They look very strong, even though they didn't come out on the attack as usual. They did look pretty strong defensively. And I kind of thought that maybe they were a little bit tired and they were just kind of going on that. And because the defense is so strong,
yeah,
hopefully they have that with a little mixture of what they did near the end of the game. Like they got to be friggin' tired after playing all these games.
Yeah.
So I think I kind of thought they almost did it on purpose. I was sitting outside, I'm like, maybe they're doing this on purpose because they always come out on the jump. Hopefully they do a little bit of a mixture. I think Vegas looked a little bit nervous tonight, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think after game one, they took away spots. I just think in the first game, like that Theodore goal, I mean, that was off a faceoff, but they were giving up spots. And then the second and third game, they weren't letting him into the spots they liked. That's what it feels like to me as a pretty casual fan. And then you just see the the back checking and just the lines of communication of everyone getting back and playing in the right spot and not giving up weird shit. Those two things just really stood out to me. They still were disciplined on that end of the ice.
And I like
all the other stuff.
I also liked how they weren't responding to Vegas. Vegas was a little bit dirty. Not dirty, it's playoffs, but they didn't respond to the little hacks and stuff. They just took it and went. And I kind of like that. They look like they're more on a mission.
Reeves has had no impact on this series.
No, nothing. And I thought he would have, but everybody's just skating away and they're just almost like Carey at the beginning of the game, just dead full. Once the anthem went on, his eyes locked. And I think everybody...
Yeah, I saw that too. I think we all said the same thing of he's just locked in.
Yeah.
Nothing gets to him. So
I think they're all feeding off it, and hopefully it goes well. If it doesn't, I still got to go to work on Monday. So, it's all good. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah.
And I love the show. It's great.
Appreciate
Thank you so much.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir. Cheers.
Later. All right, we're going to bring on Drew Deeks in 1 second. Drew Deeks is one of our hosts here on Habs Tonight. I just want to remind, if you're new to the channel tonight, if this is your first time watching Habs Tonight, just want to welcome you. But first of all, let you know that this is a positive fan community. We're here to try to have fun conversations about the games. We obviously have guests on our program. Dale Weiss is our sort of our go-to guy here on the channel, former NHLer. Has played with many of the players we talk about and just had been actually tonight he was an amazing host on our pregame show. Good job.
He did super well, yeah. But
But
looks like you guys are gonna have to watch that again on Sunday because the pregame show has a streak going now.
Yeah,
for the new Crushing Cans.
Very superstitious.
Very superstitious.
You know what?
Same shirts, same shows, same time, same three people.
I think I kind of jinxed the Crushing Cans thing we had going because when I got on, my dad kind of took off the blue jersey, and the blue jersey.
I said it right away. I said it right away.
So I'm not touching it. Nobody's touching it. The blue jersey's staying there.
It's like a counter curse of this season.
Go figure.
You go mental trying to figure out all the different permutations of how we've screwed ourselves and not you know, double jinxed and single jinxed. If you're superstitious and you're in the comments, tell us what your Hab superstition is, because we're really curious to know what it is that you know, is keeping us winning these games.
I just want to point out here for a second. Sorry, Paul here that we have in.
Oh,
I don't remember where. Where is it? Japan. Is it Japan?
No, Korea.
Korea. Okay.
Yeah,
Paul in Korea. His daughter sent us a photo. Oh, hold on. Where is it? I can't put a comment at the same time. This is fun. Or the photo's just extra small. Okay. So if you take a look on your
go to overlay. Go to overlay.
Oh, I'm such a noob.
It's okay.
That's my fault. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. His daughter got the autographed jersey, so he sent us an email thanking us, and as did she. So really happy she got to get the Dale Weiss jersey. So thank you to Drew Deeks actually for giving away his T-shirt, and to Dale for coming in clutch.
The shirt off his own back. That's amazing.
That's awesome.
And you know what? In fact, I think Drew, you've earned yourself a spot on the show tonight. How you doing?
What's going on, fam jam? How we doing?
Pretty good.
I'm feeling good right now.
Yeah.
And it's all vodka. All the way.
Oh boy.
I'm kidding. It's water.
Bubble's gonna come out.
What a sight to see that shirt signed and in her hand. Like, that's just awesome.
Yeah,
That is too cool, man.
We got to start shipping our Habs and Knights shirts to foreign countries, other than the U.S.
Coming
Drew,
soon.
Amazing.
What's on your mind, man? How you feeling?
Good, man. I was watching the stream with Steve Dangle while I was at work, because I'm a good employee like that. And it was pretty funny watching Steve's reaction to Anderson's overtime winner. It's like he was excited, but he wasn't really underneath. It was kind of funny. Like,
It was forced.
Josh Anderson scores! Oh my goodness! Like, it was just funny watching Steve's reaction. I was actually gonna like text him and see if he wanted to come on our stream right now, but I figured he wants to get back to the family, so I'll leave him alone right now.
But Dangle has an open invite anytime he wants to come in our program.
Steve's awesome, man.
Yeah, he's a great guy. And that episode you did. So if you're watching, if you wanted to just relive sort of the Leafs Habs series that occurred many, many weeks ago now, it feels like our own Drew Deeks did sit down with Steve Dangle.
Close
enough. For about 20 minutes for like, probably that was one of the most dense conversations I've sat through content wise, just about hockey and life, and it was really good, man.
Fantastic.
Well, that's what happens when you read somebody's book. You're like, okay, I got some material to work with, right? Like, so
no, but it was just like a super calm interview where nobody was chirping or shitting on each other or anything. It was just fan base aside. It was just pure hockey talk, which you don't see a lot of people do that. So it was pretty nice to see. So if you guys haven't checked it out, make sure you do, because it was absolutely great to watch. Hopefully you can get him again. Maybe next season do a live watch the both of you together. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, one thing for sure about that is I won't say it. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say it. But he was a great sport. He was a great sport. Yeah, that's all I can say is that he's inspired me. You know, he kind of helped me create the name that I have, and like, you know, I do plan to hopefully work at Sportsnet, and maybe even with him if all goes well and I actually get hired on. And but you know what, at the end of the day, like, he's just a down-to-earth guy that is a passionate Leafs fan, and happy to talk to him. I mean, he was happy to join our stream, and legit, it was pretty awesome. So but what a game tonight, you guys. Like, I'm kind of just rambling because I'm
no. I want to set you up. So we talked about Eric Staal coughs up a pretty ugly pass from behind the net.
I didn't see it, actually. That's the only part of the game.
Nick's text was savage. At least we know his name now.
That was Steffi. That was
Steffi. Did you see Roy?
Yeah, it's because Roy scored. No, he was on the first line last game, and Dale said
on the back of this jersey.
Dale said something about Roy, and then he said, "Oh, I don't even know his first name." So as soon as he scored, Steffi texted the chat, and she's like, "Well, at least now we know his first name."
By the way, if you're
had to be there.
Had to be there.
If you're Vegas and you've now 3 games into a series with 3 different first line combinations, That's feeling like 7 weeks ago Habs shit, you know, like
Yeah, Jameser. I know, buddy. Oh,
you know that we know the feeling, like we know what you're feeling, like we're like, how do we make this work? But then 30, I know the exact, I was timing it with my stopwatch. 38 seconds later, from Suzuki, the little chip pass, Cole Caufield, a little dangle dunk in the net.
That was top cheese all day. That Caufield goal, like he popped the top of the net. That was sick.
Shayne has a not safe for work version of that comment, but yes, we will leave it for a personal chat.
Shayne, you're quiet over there. What's going on?
You just came on. I'm letting you talk. We want to hear you. People want to hear you, Drew.
I talk enough on this channel, damn it.
We're gonna get to Shayne in a sec. So again, Caufield at that point was the only player on the team to have scored a goal in about 5 or 6 periods or so. I'm guessing. But it felt like a kind of like this was the tipping point. I felt like for the whole game, things obviously went in the right direction. But how do you feel about Cole and just sort of the sliding doors moments we've had with him and Suzuki and some of the younger guys, where you go, man, where would we be without them? Where would we be?
It's a weird thing to think about.
Yeah.
At this point, like, you know, like Suzuki, Caufield, like, wait, what? We can't win without these kids. Yeah, and that's the thing. They're kids. Like, and Carey Price is having the time of his life. I said that to you guys on the pregame in the chat. I was like, Carey's having the time of his life. And what was his quote after the game tonight? I'm having the time of my life.
Mm-hmm.
He literally said,
who said that? Carey Price?
Carey, yeah.
He's having such a good time, and then the kids come in. It's such an interesting blend with these guys. And when Cole Caufield came to the rookie camp for his first taste of being a Montreal Canadien, he sat next to Nick Suzuki, and they buddied up, and he stayed in touch with him. He talked to him throughout his time in Wisconsin, and now they're playing together. And it's pretty fun to see. And Cole getting the breakaway, like just making that goal look easy, like he's done it 100 times in the NHL already. And is that Cooper you got there? What's going on there, Nick?
Yeah.
You got Cooper?
It's Cooper.
What's up? What's up, buddy?
He just wants to celebrate. He's so happy.
Kisses for Cole and a Nick.
We're a dog friendly live stream.
My pug is sleeping and snoring very loudly
Sherman
upstairs. Sherman's up there. But man, I gotta tell you, like, just seeing Cole contribute though, like, and then you know, you can call it the hockey gods, you can call it whatever you want. I know everyone was pissed about the reffing tonight, and it was atrocious. Like, there's no point in hiding that. But I do find in the game of hockey, things have a way of balancing themselves out, and the Habs get justice by the end of the game. I mean, you get a tap in goal with under 2 minutes to go from Josh Anderson, and then he gets the winner. So, as pissed as you can be about the reffing, at the end of the day, it will never decide a Stanley Cup, I hope. You can talk about the toe in the crease in 99 with Brett Hull. That was a rule that should have never been there in the first place. And that's why, to me, it was a good goal. Sorry, Lindy Ruff. But anyway.
Go Stars. Go Stars. Yeah.
It's just, that's the way I see it. And I think that the game has a way of having some integrity. Call it the hockey gods, whatever you want. I think it works out in the end.
It's not the only professional
100%.
sports like that has referee concerns, and it just is part of modern era sports when you got a gazillion people watching things on high definition televisions and they can go in super slow motion. It's almost impossible. So the guys have a tough job. Yeah, that's cool. You're going to host the post game on Sunday, I hear.
I think so because it's Father's Day. Gonna watch the game with my dad most likely, and then I'll probably be able to. Actually, no, I'll be watching the game with my in-laws. So I'll be watching with my father-in-law and Kelly's family. But either way, we'll be hoping to jump on afterwards. It's going to be a later finish like this one probably. So, but yeah, what a blast! I mean, almost 500 people on right now after midnight. So this is always fun. Habs fans always feel good after a win, and they should. We're 2 wins away from this, guys. Where's my patch? We're 2 wins away from this.
Don't do that.
From going to the cup.
Drew.
So, guys, don't get. You guys are superstitious. I don't care. I'm not. So we need to get over this, okay? Like
Shayner's got a blue jersey in the background. It might as well be a like.
Shane's like, someone came in and swapped the jersey at the last show. That was hilarious.
Yeah. That was good.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
Never doing it again though. That's done. We lost that game.
Hey,
Can't do it again.
Yeah, he's not allowed to touch that jersey ever again.
exactly. And everyone's pissing on the retros. Are you kidding me? That's one of the most beautiful jerseys I've ever seen.
Yeah.
You know what, Legacy? I know I know y'all are superstitious, but I can't do it. So if you guys want to live in that stress, go for it. I can't do it.
We have been.
Yeah.
And I love you guys. We're family here, okay? Whether you like it or not, you don't have to agree with family. It's okay. So I can't do it.
Whatever
I
it
just can't.
takes. Whatever it takes.
Yeah.
All right, Drew. Well, thanks for dropping in, my friend. We've got Corey coming on, so we're gonna drop you. We're gonna rotate you out.
Corey's a good lad.
Corey's
He's got the
a good guy.
fisheye camera there.
I love it. He's like
which
he's
is
in
really
the
cool.
studio making some beats or something, dropping in to talk some Habs knowledge. I love it.
Sick
Drew,
beat.
have a good night, man. Give your best to the family. Glad your boy came through again, but as we all agree, he can't be the only guy who scores on the team. So we're thrilled that Josh Anderson came through tonight.
No, I got over the Cole Caufield hype. I was just having fun with that. But Josh Anderson, Shayne mentioned it. He's like, he wants him to have more of an impact on this series. And voila. There you go. So cheers, guys. Love y'all. See you soon.
Have a good night.
Take care,
Bye.
Drew.
All right. Corey, back in the house.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Fantastic.
I got a dilemma, guys. I got a huge dilemma right now. Okay. So for the first game, I wore my Pacioretty jersey. It's the only Montreal Canadiens jersey I have, and they lost. Then the last two games, or this game and the previous one, I haven't worn a jersey. So do I just keep not wearing a jersey for this series? Like, I think
it's not much of a dilemma.
That's what it is, right?
It's not much of a dilemma. You have the answer right there. Burn that jersey. Well, don't burn it because it's still a Habs jersey, but
yeah, it's a nice jersey. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll give him that. But it's a Pacioretty jersey, so I can't. And then I have the second jersey I have actually is it's a Blues jersey. It's Pietrangelo.
oh no.
Okay, you can burn that one.
Well, he's a good Canadian boy, so it's hard. It's hard. You know, I watched him coming up in the World Juniors when he was playing there, and really liked his game, and ended up getting his jersey. Yeah, don't wear a jersey. Okay, easy choice.
Don't wear a shirt.
Harps off.
yeah. But no, and it's crazy because he's played a really good game, and you know, you got to give credit to the other team sometimes, but he's been probably the most dominant player on the ice this whole series. You know, like I think the first game he had 7 shots or something, and you just hear his name all the time. So it's interesting watching him, but it's nice seeing Deneau do his job and that line shut down the top line yet again, because you haven't really heard much from them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been well, yeah, it's one of those again, you want to be happy with the win tonight. It's obviously we've won the 2 overtime games with the Leafs, and you just kind of feel like, you know, yeah, you gotta give them however you can. But tonight was one of those ones where it's really going to be interesting to see how they build off of what happened tonight into the next game. And I think there was a lot of elements, and I think again, they've kind of figured out again how to shut down their top players. I mean, they're still getting opportunities, but Carey is just too good. Like, he's too good for he's not going to let in a soft goal. Like that Pietrangelo goal it's probably as easy as it'll get for them. And
yeah, but that was also a perfectly placed shot too. Like, I watched the replay on that, and that was like right below the blocker. Like there's nowhere else that you could have shot that would have went in. You know, like it was perfect.
Yeah, it's hilarious because in the overtime or before overtime on the break on Sportsnet, they had Ron through to Bieksa about, you know, what did Pietrangelo do on the goal? And he's like, I wasn't even watching Pietrangelo. I was watching the play before. Like, that's how the goal was scored, right?
Yeah.
So he was caught off guard, but he was kind of right. It was like, you know, you're a pro hockey player. You're gonna get a good shot on net in that situation. But good players get in the right places at the right time, and that was just, to me, that wasn't as bad as it looked. I don't think. And again, Marc Andre Fleury got the award for regrettable goal of the night. So that's just,
yeah. He's it's. I mean, if I was Vegas, I'd be telling him not to handle that puck anymore. You know, it looks bad every time he does, and it's not just this game. Like, it was last game too. So I'm seeing Drew's comment come in here, and no, I don't believe in ghosts anyways. I don't know about you guys, but
yeah, I think Marc Andre Fleury saw, you know, I mean, Nick, tell us about the Forum ghost, because that's come up a few times in our text message here about the ghost of the Forum, or maybe Shayne, you know through tales told through your family lineage. I don't know.
I'm too young. I don't
Tales,
know.
I'm too young for it too, but tales within the family are that in the Montreal Forum, there was ghosts that would come out and help when you needed them. So hopefully they migrated to the Bell Center.
They might have, yeah. There's been no one else in there for a long time, so that's,
yeah. Well, they're not getting any help from the refs, so they might need some help from the ghosts.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
How about refereeing tonight? Okay, come on.
Yeah.
Thoughts going into the next game, Corey? What's sort of your hopes for what they do based on this game that worked, and then maybe some things they got to tune up ahead of Game 4? We're in a very enviable position going into this game, so.
Yeah, I know it's you definitely want to be in this position and you want to try and capitalize on it, right? Like you need to win that game, because if it goes back to Vegas 2-2, then Vegas has the advantage because they got 2 more games at home and we only got the 1 more game at home. So I think just keep up what they're doing. And they were off to a little slow start, which is understandable with, you don't know how they're what they're thinking when Ducharme goes out with COVID, right? Because that could be a big blow to the team, brings morale down a bit. But then you kind of see the team get going and rolling a bit further into the game, and just take that momentum, keep it going into the next game, and I think they should be fine. They played well, and Price played great. He kept them in the game for sure. He made another great save tonight, so just keep it up, and I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, the Ducharme thing is interesting. I mean, in a lot of sports, you lose your coach. It's you kind of lose a limb, right? And in this case, it's like this team sort of seems to self-coach in a way. Yeah, Nick's alluded to it yourself, Shayne, that the system is in place. We're now in the 3rd round of the playoffs. The lines have not been as schizophrenic as they've been in the past. They know what they have to do. So and Ducharme isn't Al Pacino and any given Sunday either, given crazy inter-period speeches about inches and things like that. He's just kind of there.
But I mean, keep in mind they lost Claude Julien last year, so they had to do with an assistant coach coaching them. So this isn't the first time that we're put in this position, right?
True.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think Ducharme's got the system. Like, it's a pretty fairly simple system. Like, they play a simple game of hockey, nothing too complicated, and I think they can, as much as it sucks that he's gone, like, they can do without him for a few games because it's very cut and dry. Like, they clog up the neutral zone and they don't let any of the passes come to the middle of in their zone. They don't let any of the passes come to the middle, or they try not to, and then if all else fails, Price stops the shot. So I think they should be good. Like, it's a big blow. It does suck for the morale, but I'm not worried either.
I'm not worried.
Yeah.
Nice. No. All right, man. Well, Corey, thanks again. Keep doing your thing. We appreciate you coming on, and until Sunday, have a wonderful Saturday.
Yeah, sounds good, guys. I'll be joining on Sunday as well. Have a good one.
All right.
Thanks.
Take care, Corey.
You too.
Yeah. See you.
All right, and probably our last caller tonight, but we have another regular here, Danny, who's always good at breaking down the X's and O's of our games. Danny, how you doing, my friend?
Oh yeah.
Good. Hey, that's a real one, by the way. That's a real one.
Ooh,
the real one.
From the Bell Center from this year. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, they're selling those over there. Or you can order them online if you want.
So if you can't get into the game, you can still buy the towel.
Oh yes.
That people are getting.
Yeah.
Do the people have to pay for the towel, or are they there? Because when you pay like $1,000 for a nosebleed seat, do you get a free towel?
No, they're only $10. But I add that as an extra on something else that I was buying anyway. The T-shirt Champions of the North.
We the North.
Yeah, we know those shirts. Yeah, we
do. Those are very good sellers right now over there.
Yeah. We know that. We have our We the North shirt with Tyler Toffoli on it, if anyone's curious, on the HabsTonight.net website. So
I'm gonna have a look at that.
Yeah. By all means. So how you feeling tonight, Danny? Anything you saw that we maybe didn't talk about tonight?
I would say we covered a lot. I mean, I would say in the first 2 periods, I guess it was a matter of I think the coaches were probably trying to adjust themselves because let's say most of them haven't coached. I mean, as a head coach in the NHL. I mean, in Richardson, the last time he was coaching as a head coach was the American League. That was a few years ago. Probably he was a little bit rusty and so on. Yeah, because people were talking about how he had trouble matching up, putting up the right matchup, being quick to put the right guys on, and so on. But I think I don't know what happened exactly in the second intermission between the second and third period, but I think he found something. It's like he found the groove there. We started playing better in the third, and then the overtime.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, these guys have all coached at a high level. They're not seeing too many curveballs at this point. And again, this team isn't one that needs to be coached up all that much. So yeah, I think they're in good hands with the crew they got, and don't need too much coddling.
Yeah, of course.
Josh Anderson scoring 2 goals to seal the deal tonight. That has to make you happy. I mean, it makes us all happy.
We needed him. I mean, that was the first goal he scored since the opener against the Leafs. That was a while ago. That felt like ages ago.
Yeah. I know. I mean, like we said, I'm having a hard time putting time frames on what that series was, because it feels like it's been years. But no, he's back.
Yeah.
He even had a nice rush in the first period.
Yeah.
Shayne and Nick had mentioned this as well, and Steffi's like the Josh Anderson, fan club, but he did the right thing where he did his thing. We call him the power horse, right? He just went tried to score a goal.
He did that kind of rush a few times in not only tonight, but also in the previous game, in game 2 in Vegas. He did the same thing as well.
Yeah,
I mean that's like his signature move. Of course, it could be some people who say he's too predictable and so on, but you just never know. I mean, when you rush the goal, you just never know. Anything can happen in there.
Yeah, 100%. Heading, we've mentioned this before. We asked these sort of standard questions, but heading into Sunday, what do we need to continue as a habit, and then maybe what is something that we need to just kind of leave behind as far as something we don't want to do again.
Yeah. Honestly, I think we have to expect that the defenders, the D-men on Vegas side, they will attack. We have to expect that every single time. Yeah, we have to expect that. I mean, I think if there was something we could improve just to shut down those Ds on Vegas side, it would be just to improve the forecheck. I mean, just hit them a little bit more, finish your checks, punish them a little bit more. Just make sure that we are there. If they try to go on the attack or whatever, it's going to be painful. That's the only thing. They need to have that second guess.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right, Danny. Well, we may have 2 more callers coming on just before we wrap up tonight, so you may not be the last caller. But thanks again, regular caller Danny. Thanks for joining us. Always breaking down the X's and O's here on Habs Tonight on our post-game shows. Love it. And again, go Habs, go. We'll see you on Sunday.
Go Habs, go Sunday.
All right.
Cheers.
Thanks, pal. All right. We may have a couple more, but if not, Shayne, what's on your mind after hearing all these different opinions from this group of callers tonight?
Well, there's I'm the stats guy, right? So I got the stats. Got the stats. I love my stats, but there's a few guys that I feel like they need some acknowledgments here. First of all, Caufield is on a 5-game point streak, and he's 20 years old. Let that sink in. It's the playoffs. But another guy too is Paul Byron. Sick pass in OT, right, to begin with, but he had 9 hits tonight. 9, the most out of everybody in the team. He is 5'9".
Yeah, I was gonna say, how tall is he?
He is 5'9". He had 9 hits tonight. So just putting that out there, and also Nick Suzuki, worth pointing out, he had 4 blocks as well as 4 shots on goal, but 4 blocks for a centerman. Yeah, pretty impressive. So those are a few guys I felt needed to be like pointed out because they had a great night on paper and on visual too. Yeah, Paulie frickin' B. Well said, Drew.
Paulie frickin' B, and arguably the best playoff beard on the team. He looks like he shouldn't. He has the complexion of a guy that shouldn't be able to grow a lot of facial hair like Corey Perry, but then his beard is actually quite robust. He's quite up there. I mean, it's impressive. Just putting on many levels.
Sounds like a man crush to me.
It doesn't take much of these guys. I'm so impressed with these guys at this point. It's so great. It's hard to look at anyone in the lineup tonight and go, even though it was a really spotty game. I mean, other than Staal kind of having a real, again, we don't need to dwell on it, but it seems like, man, this team deserves to be here. Even though the game was kind of hit and miss in spots, it was pretty obvious to me that this is a team that deserved to be in the Final Four and could be in contention here for a cup. Like before the series, I think there was a lot of people who said we're lucky to be here. Like, congratulations, you're Kings of the North.
Well, John Scott called our story cute.
Yeah. What is he doing anyways?
I mean, someone made the retort to him, cute career. You got, sympathy voted into the All-Star game that one time. Look, he played in the NHL and kudos to the guy, but it's also not super cool to crap on everyone all the time. So whatever. I don't see other callers in the green room. We've been on for about an hour here and it is late. It's actually 12:30 here in Toronto. So I don't want to take anyone too far past their bedtime, but any final thoughts?
Come back ready for next game.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to be better prepared than what we were tonight because we can't have a repeat of tonight and expect to win every time.
No chance. But to touch on next game, we've talked about do we keep the same lineup? Do we bring in Romanov, take out Merrill, whatever? I think we should leave it the same. I think we're going to leave it the same. It's a winning recipe. Obviously, it's nothing convincing, but nonetheless, I don't know, Romanov, we love him. Is it worth the risk? Merrill has more experience. I don't know.
It was worth the risk when we put him in the lineup the first time.
He played amazing that game. But I don't know. I don't think they're going to change it personally.
No, me neither.
I would love to see Romanov lay the body again on Pietrangelo because that guy needs to be rocked. I don't think the lineup's going to change, but hopefully,
inserting Romy at this point is not going to be the mitigating factor that gets into the Stanley Cup final. I'm sorry.
I think the only change that you might see would be Evans if he's healthy enough. But yet again, who do you take out? Can you afford to take out a Paul Byron?
No, why would you?
It's going to be a tough problem. Or do you just keep what you have now and kind of roll with it?
No, don't change it.
And especially those who have speed on the team, because I think, again, before the series, a lot of people were saying, well, everyone was going nuts. If you watch this American, division hockey, it's so fast and it's crazy. The North Division teams are going to get fucking screwed. And then you realize, we can actually match the speed or slow it down where we can. And Byron's a good example of that. He's, some of the guys on the team that can skate definitely have come in handy, right? Putting that pressure. So I don't see him being a natural, guy you move out, but maybe Evans comes in at a later point if you need to adjust. But no, why change it? I think those who could be coached up into the next game, or those who didn't have a great game, will understand what they did wrong. Again, I'm looking at you, Corey Perry, not Corey Perry, Eric Staal, and he knows he's got a better game, right? You'll know. And on you go. So exactly. So Sunday we'll be back here. It's Habs tonight. We're gonna have pregame. As we noted, we're very superstitious. So in the last round, we had crushing cans up until the first game of this series. We lost. So now we're going to have a pregame. And I expect that Dale Weiss will be here with Nick and Steffi Legou, breaking down the games. They did an incredible job, very sophisticated job today, Nick. You guys did an amazing job. I could not even talk
I found we had a lot of good flow, and it was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. And Dale got the prediction spot on. 3-2 in overtime.
He spot on. 2 overtime.
Yeah, that's it. He also said Suzuki in overtime, but nonetheless, 3-2 in overtime. He called it. So
he did.
Tune in.
I called the previous game too, so we're coming in pretty clutch on predictions here.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So that crew's doing amazing. Obviously, we'll have a post game next Sunday, or this Sunday. We'll have Drew Deeks, Brandon Legacy, And then maybe some other surprise appearances from other people on Habs tonight that you know and love.
Oh,
And again,
we have Autour de la Ligue on Monday. I think we might try to do a live show on Monday. So all the French fans, lundi, join us. 1 and 2. Don't forget that we have Nate Thompson coming on We See Wednesday at 8
do you
p.m.
have the graphic for that? If not, no big deal.
I don't think
For
so.
those who don't know, Nate Thompson played with the Winnipeg Jets, this season, and he also played with the
No, I don't have
Montreal
his name.
Canadiens, as many of our guests do. So you're Hab, and interesting personal story, interesting background. This is gonna be as many of our conversations we have with guys like Andrew Shaw or Carcillo or all the guys we've had. We've had crazy guests like Chris Pronger and Don Cherry, and we usually get into some pretty revealing stuff with some of these guys. So when you get another player on the other side of the interview with Dale, you start to hear some stuff that you don't usually get when they talk to the media. So that's what's great about this channel. So just to close, if you are here for the first time, please subscribe, hit that like if you enjoyed the show tonight. Lots of great Habs content, but also just great hockey content, we hope. And if you're back again, we know all the regulars that watch. We see you in the chat. We really appreciate you. This is getting really fun. Like, we've had a ton of fun getting to this point. We're a little surprised, but we're also really excited that we've got to come this far, grow this channel. We're almost at 700. Sorry, Nick, you're going to tell me out here. 7,500
subscribers
on YouTube. And we started this in March. So that's
you guys have been pretty amazing backing up the show and being supportive. So we appreciate everything. And don't forget to check out habstonight.net for your official Habs Tonight merch. Got some new stuff coming out every now and then during the week. So get your orders in and tag us on social media when you get them.
Yeah, and we'll start wearing it too. We're our orders are in the mail, just like yours.
So, yeah, we're just waiting.
Can't wait.
But once again, have a great day. It's now Saturday, so have a great Saturday. Don't forget to celebrate Father's Day on Sunday, and we'll see you then. So have a good night.
Cheers,
Take care, everyone.
All right.